Well, okay, hey YouTube, I got something to say here. I went by the Harlan County Justice Center, and if you can't see this, this is a small claims complaint. This is the handbook, and this is the complaint. I don't know if you can see this, but see my name right there? This is what I wrote. It says, plaintiff's name, Marcus Dwayne Fields. Plaintiff claims defendant. And this is me talking in the complaint. I was falsely accused of destroying my apartment in Rio Vista and I was falsely accused of trying to kill myself and other things. And I was found out years later it was all about me having a boa in my home. And now the snake is gone because Comp Care and Harlan Sheriff Marvin Lefford and deputies and Dr. Raza. Plaintiff claims the sum of $5,000 from the defendant for damages incurring as a result of the above complaint. The District National Authority of Small Claims Court is $2,500 exclusive of interest and costs. Plaintiff also claims the following costs: court costs. Yes, I want the defendant to pay court costs. Okay. Now, since I read the warrant, or whatever this is, since I read the complaint off to you, it's my constitutional to live out on my own. It's my constitutional right to live out on my own, is what I should have said. Okay? And it's my constitutional right to have a place of my own, because everybody is allowed to do it. Okay? Everybody's allowed to have their own place to live. Why do I have to be harassed every time when I do it? Yeah, you may say, oh, you're not harassing me. That is a bunch of banarchy. And that is a bunch of baloney. Because if that wasn't true, I wouldn't get this small claims court complaint written out on you. Well, Sheriff Marvin Lefford and Comp Care, Dr. Raza, now I wouldn't be doing this if you would have let me mind my own business at the time when all this shit was going on. I wasn't bothering a soap. I mean, I wasn't bothering nobody. I was minding my own business. Okay? I mean, it's my constitutional right to have a place of my own. It's my constitutional right to go out and be positive. If you don't like it, I can pull my little panties down and let you kiss my tail. And you can go out and cry me a river. I don't care. because it's my constitutional right to live out on my own and have a place of my own. If I want to have a pet, I'm allowed to do that. You can't stop me. I mean, as long as I'm taking care of it, and as long as I'm treating it right, and as long as I'm giving it the things that it needs, you can't stop me from having a pet boa constrictor. Yeah, it may be a dangerous animal, but look at all the other people that's out having snakes. You ain't out stopping them. You ain't out taking their damn snake from them. So why you gotta take mine? Yeah, you wanna go ahead and make something up and you probably will make something up, and you probably will tell me what's the reason. Well, your reason is a bunch of banarchy, and it's a bunch of baloney, and it's a bunch of false information. You don't want me to have it because you think you better than everybody else. You think you're you just don't want to see me succeed for some reason. I tried to succeed in this damn county. I came back with when I lived up in Lexington, I had a car, I had an apartment, and I come back. You took my car away from me. Don't say that I took my car away from myself, because there ain't no way I could have done it to myself. You guys done it. Harlan County done it. Because we got some dirty son of a bitches here in this fucked up backwoods of southeastern Kentucky. I mean, I lived out in the city. People treated me a whole lot better than the way people treated me here in Harlan. I made all kinds of friends up there. I live a whole lot better life than the life I'm living now. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I can care less about what you guys think about me. I will continue to do good whether you want me to or not. If I refuse to do drugs, if I refuse to break the law, you cannot put stuff on me to make me look bad and throw me in jail for something that I did not do and something that I'm not guilty of. You cannot put me in jail for that, because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't even want to hurt myself, because I was saved. I am saved. I got saved when I was in 8th grade at church. And I'm not going to say what church it is. But I'm telling you right now, I'm a Christian. And the police out there and the crooked government here in Harlan, Kentucky, they trying to make somebody out to something that they're not. I mean, I can guarantee you, if I go out here in the downtown, the streets of Harlan, and if I go out and I buy Tylenol, store-bought Tylenol out of the store, and if my friend is having a damn headache, and if I give my friend a Tylenol, one of them Tylenols that I bought out of the store, I'm going to go to jail for drug trafficking, and I'll get accused of being a convicted felon, and I'm going to have my gun rights taken away from me, and I'm going to have everything taken away from me, which I don't even have a gun, because what's the point of having a gun? But you know, I'm about to see what the point is all about having a gun now, since I done said this on camera and on international internet. whatever you call it. I don't give a shit. Well, go ahead and laugh at me. I don't give a fuck. I mean, people make mistakes. People ain't perfect. But, you know, I ain't perfect. You ain't perfect. So why you gotta judge me? Alright? Now, I wouldn't get this warrant, or I wouldn't file this complaint against the cops if they would have left me alone. Now, like I said, I have a right to have a pet snake in my home if I'm living on my own. If I'm paying my rent and if the money's coming out of my pocket, I'm allowed to have a pet in my home. And I was not only my snake pet boa constrictor was taken out of my home. That ain't the reason why I went and got the complaint anyway. The reason why I went and got the complaint is because I was falsely accused of busting my windows out of my apartment, and I was accused of tearing the doors off the hinges in my apartment, and I was accused of not washing the dishes. I was accused of killing myself. I was accused of not eating. I was accused of not taking a bath when a damn state trooper was picking me up to serve the damn mental warrant on me. I was in the bathtub taking a damn bath, using soap and a wash rag. So how in the hell can I not take a damn bath, and how in the hell can I not take care of myself when I was doing it in this? I mean, that shit just don't happen on accident. I mean, you cannot get up and falsely accuse somebody of something if you ain't got proof. How in the hell can you go to the county attorney's office and get a mental warrant on somebody and lie like hell, and you know you lying in the first damn place? How the hell can you do that and get away with it? Oh, because you wear a badge and a gun. Boo-hoo. Cry me a fucking river. These rights that's out here on this street, they're for everybody. Not just you. I have constitutional rights, just like you do. I mean, I always wonder, why do people give me problems when I'm not even bothering them? Why do I get locked up? Just because people are, just because people hate me. I mean, yeah, I know I had speeding tickets. Yeah, I know I had no insurance on my car when I had it. And yes, I know I done a donut at Blue Courts, but it wasn't really a donut. It was just me hitting the emergency brake and caused the car to do a little spin, and then then you want to throw me in jail for endangerment first degree. And then I go before the judge and the charges get dropped. Okay? Just because that was the very first felony that I had on my record. And then the damn crooked ass law here in Harlan County, they still want to have that on me, and they still want that to make me look bad, and they're going to try to say, oh, Marcus Fields' background is disturbing, and it can make your hair stand up on the back of your neck. And I'll advise you, I looked it up. I looked myself up on the internet, and I pulled my own records, and it says, if you want to read about Marcus Dwayne Fields, I encourage you that this is the most disturbing thing. So, and it says, if you're a very sensitive person, I advise you not to read it. And that's exactly how it read before I read my own file. So, I'm not a dangerous person. I never was locked up in prison. I never was in prison. I never was on parole. Yeah, I went to jail for speeding tickets. Yes, I went to jail for not having insurance. Yes, I went to jail for pulling an emergency brake in my car. As far as hurting anybody, I ain't done it. This was just what the damn cops is just trying to put on somebody. People can ruin somebody's life easily. And then you guys want to get mad at me when you guys see me out in public just because what I said about you on YouTube. Look how I've been treated all my life. I'm just trying to get you to feel my pain for 1 second. And then it shows when you tell me how you feel about me when you see me. It shows that you don't give a fuck about me at all. All you care about is yourself. And that's all you feel about. And that's how you feel about me. That's your problem. I ain't done nothing to you to cause you to hate me. I didn't do nothing to cause you to get mad at me. Maybe you need to clean up your own house before you clean up somebody else's. You ever thought about that? I mean, I may mention somebody's name on YouTube. Yes, I may offended somebody by talking bad about the person on YouTube. But you know what? Hey, maybe they needed that wake-up call at the time. Or else I wouldn't have said what I said in the first place. I mean, you just can't go up and kick the dog. You can't go in somebody's yard and kick their dog just because the dog's laying there sleeping. Now can you? If the dog bites you for kicking it, you deserve to get bit. I mean, I'm sorry. If I want to have a pet boa, so be it. You can't throw me in a damn psych ward for 3 whole weeks and cause me to miss out on paying my rent and cause me to have late fees, and then on top of that, and then a year later she's going to throw me out anyway because of her and her husband getting into a divorce. And you know, it's alright. I didn't know I was going to lose things for being positive. I mean, everybody's allowed to have an animal. You know, you can't take people's animals away from them just because you can, just because you're the police, and just because you have a gun and you work with the law enforcement and you're a doctor. You just can't do that to people. I mean, you got to have a reason, and the reason has to make sense, and you got to have evidence to prove what you're talking about. If you're just going by what somebody's telling you, that's not really evidence. If you don't have any proof to show for it, then you're full of shit. And you're going to have to let that person walk out the door, still falsely accusing him. There's a lot of people locked up in these prisons all over this country. There's several people in them prisons are locked up because they've been wrongfully accused. And if they did do it, yeah, leave them in there to rot. But if they didn't do it, you need to turn their ass loose. I mean, if I want to have a boa constrictor in my apartment, so fucking be it. That snake wasn't going to hurt me. I can care less what you say. You don't see how the animals react when they're around me. You don't see that. You just see a damn big ass animal, a dangerous animal, and you can care less about the good part. You're going to ruin the good part because you care about the bad. Let me tell you something. The bad are not the ones that's in charge. I mean, I'm not going to go to hell for going out of my way to help somebody. I mean, I'm not going to burn in hell for helping an old woman across the street and helping her with her groceries. I'm not going to burn in hell for donating money to these needed countries over there in Ukraine and people that needs help. Yeah, I admit I've done that before, and I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, I'm not going to suffer because I was baptized in a church and I asked Jesus Christ into my heart when I was in 8th grade. I'm not going to be assaulted and I'm not going to be harassed just because of that. If you have a problem with that, that's fine. I mean, if you want to come up to me and tell me that John the Baptist was a lie, he never did exist, if you want to tell me that Jesus Christ never did exist, and if you want to tell me that the Bible, everything that the Bible says is a lie, hey, that's your problem. That's between you and God. Why you got to tell me? Why you got to make me feel bad? Because you don't care? Hey, let me tell you something. If you see me out in the car, driving a brand new car, and you get mad at me, and you want to stop me just because of that, because you see me in a new car, and you want to accuse me of stealing it, let me tell you something. If I drove it off the car lot, and I pay cash for it, and I bought it off of a salesperson at that dealership, how am I stealing it? If I pay cash for it. If I'm the secondary on the loan, how did I steal it? You see, people try to break the law all the time, and they try to look for reasons to get somebody in trouble, just where nobody won't take any actions on them. You see, it wouldn't be right for me to go up and kill my neighbor, now would it? And walk away and blame it on somebody else, or blame it on somebody that I'm kin to, now would it? It wouldn't be right, now would it? So why is it okay for people to do me that way and get away with it? And they go unpunished, and they get away with it, and nobody finds out about their little dirty secrets that they're keeping away from this world. Okay? That's the reason why I made this YouTube channel. Where every dirty secret that's been told to me, I get on the internet and I put the word out there. I put it out there where everybody will know. Yeah, how in the world do you know that I'm not making this up? Hey, this is not for anybody's entertainment. This is not This is not what you see on TV. This is real life. I'm really living here in this hellhole. I'm really talking to you by using my laptop. I mean, this complaint is real. Why wouldn't it have the Commonwealth of Kentucky Court Justice, www.courts.kentucky.gov? I mean, this is the facts, people. What I'm telling you is how the world acts, and that's how people act in this world. I mean, if you think everybody in this world is good, you're full of it. You're full of it. If you think everybody in this world is good and they're just like God, you're full of it. Don't fool yourself like that. Don't tell yourself that foolishness. Because you're wrong, and you know you're wrong. I mean, if everybody on this earth was good, we wouldn't be having these shootings in these schools, and we wouldn't have our kids dying. We wouldn't have people going to our nation's capital and trying to hit somebody with their car, with a child in the vehicle. We wouldn't have anybody going to Fort Hood and going into our theaters, shooting people and killing people. If everybody was good in this world, we wouldn't have all that. So stop spreading these stupid lies around and trying to make it look like that this world is good when it's not. I'm sorry, people, but you know, if somebody comes up to me and they tell me that they killed somebody and they need a place to stay and they need help hiding out from the cops, do you think I'm going to be stupid enough to help them? No. I'm just going to tell them, hey, they're on their own. See ya. I don't trust nobody. I mean, if you just got done snorting crack and you see me on the side of the road and you holler and you go talking to me when I'm all the way across the street and you all the way on the other side of the street and you all the way on the other side of the damn highway and I'm all the way over there on the other side, hey, you want to try to talk to me, to have a conversation with me when I'm all the way on the other side of the road? How the hell can you do that and say you're in the right mind? And when I come up to you and I come up right by you and see what the hell you were talking about and you want to holler and talk to me like you're on crack and all you want to do is yak 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 yak, talk like you're on crack, and you ask me a question every time I answer your question, you want to interrupt me and stop me when I'm in the middle of trying to answer your question. I don't want to fool with people like that. I ain't got time. Yeah, I know I'm kin to you. But, you know, if somebody rapes you, go to the police. Why you gotta come to me and tell me about it? Hey, I'm sorry that you got done that way, but hey, go to the police. Maybe they're the ones who can help you. Yeah, I'm sorry that it happened, but what can I do? I'm only a U.S. citizen. I mean, what can I do? Why you gotta tell me about your problems? I got problems of my own to worry about. But you know, the only way that you can get some help is if you really get on your hands and knees and you ask God to help you with that situation. And I'm telling you, He will help you if you believe in Him. I mean, if you take time out for Him, He'll take time out for you. But if you don't even have time to fool with Him, if you don't have time to talk to Him, He's not going to fool with you. You turn away from Him, He's going to turn away from you. And that's just how it is. I mean, you just can't go out and do people wrong and then go out and blame it on somebody else and expect them to be okay. It just don't work that way. Yeah, I'm evil. Yeah, I done some evil things. But ain't we all on this earth is evil? I mean, didn't the Bible tell us that there's no good in us? We all not perfect. We all gonna make mistakes. So why judge? Why judge? Why judge? Hey, I got something to say. It's been bothering me. It's been on my mind. Tina Reisner, I know you out there. And I know you're listening to these people. But the only reason why I talked to you, and the only reason why I had a conversation with you when you seen me at the Polkside Festival, and me and you talked, and you know, the only thing we talked about was mine, yours, health. You told me about the problem you've been having, and I told you about the problem I've been having. And I don't know if you know what was going on at the time, but you know, I wasn't trying to hit on you or whatever. Throwing love hits is what I'm talking about. I wouldn't literally want to hit you because I ain't have no reason to hit you. But tell you the truth, your mom, when I seen her at Comp Care a long time ago, she told me that me and you were kin. Me and you and your brother were kin. We're cousins. So when I seen you at the Polkside Festival, I was tickled to death to see you. And from what I was told after I seen you and after I left you that night, we left in a peaceful way. But let me tell you, something happened that night. I got accused of something that night. And it had something to do with you. They try to say I punched you. And the only thing I'm guilty of is having a conversation with you. Me and you talk. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to talk to my family members. That's on my daddy's side. I didn't know that. But you know, I got a lot of people against me because I'm trying to get in touch with my other side of my family. But you know, that's alright. Hey, if you want to be like that, hey, I'm sorry for talking to you. I was just amazed by them hydraulics on that ride. But you know, I didn't know that she was going to be coming up talking to me neither. So if you hate me, that's your choice. But I just want to let you know I didn't mean anything by what I said. I ain't got nothing against you. I ain't got nothing against your family. I ain't got nothing against your husband. I ain't got nothing against your kids. I ain't got nothing against your brother. And I ain't got nothing against your mother. I ain't got nothing against nobody. I just hope and pray that you do well in life, and that that thing that you told me about that you having problems with, I hope it gets better, and that's all I care about. I'm not out to get you, I'm not out to hurt you, and I never was from the begin with. And you know what the truth is, you know what really happened. We had a lot of people standing around us. Most of them want to lie and say that it happened differently, but you know, God knows the truth, you know the truth, and I know the truth. But if you're watching this video, well, I just want to let you know, as a family member, as your cousin, don't let people talk you into doing something stupid to make you look bad. But you know, we only can control ourselves, not other people. But I just want to let you guys know I care. I not only care about myself, I care about other people too. Yeah, I may be a prick being on YouTube, but I have problems and I have to get on camera and talk about them. That's the only way that I can release stress in a positive way. It wouldn't be right if I take my anger out on things and on people that when I know I shouldn't. So this is my way of getting on the internet and releasing stress. This is my only way to release stress, is by getting on camera and talking my problems out. And I feel a whole lot better when I do it. I feel a whole lot better when I do it. I mean, why go out and shoot somebody? Why go out and kill somebody in a theater? Why go out into a school and hurt somebody's family member or hurt somebody's family? Why do that when I can come home and shoot myself with a camera and make videos? You feel me? If you don't, and if you want to hate, shut up and listen, because I'm all about the truth. I ain't got nothing to hide. There ain't nothing that I've done in my life that I can hide. I mean, I wouldn't be on camera making videos if I had something to hide. I wouldn't be getting on camera telling people about my life all over the world if I had something to hide. I just want to let people know how dirty and crooked people are in this world. You gotta look. I mean, you got to see who's around you. I mean, there ain't nobody out there that's good. I mean, some's good, some's bad. I mean, you just gotta watch yourself. You just gotta watch yourself. I mean, people ask me why don't I go to church anymore. I'm like, well, if the preacher's going to stop running the church bus, I don't need to go to that church. And if he's going to stop the children's ministry, I don't need to go to that church. And if he's going to stop all things that's good for the church, I don't need to go there. And if it's all about politics and all about putting money in the offering plate, and if it's all about how you dress or how you smell when you come into church, or how you look when you come into church, then if you're a bum on the street and you're a piece of crap, and you know, I don't go to churches like that looks down on people. I go to church that lifts people up. You know, I get asked all the time, why don't I go back to the church that I was going to in the past? I'm like, I have my reasons. And they tell me, oh, you should come back sometime. I'm like, well, I might, and I might not. I mean, you can't force nobody to do anything. I mean, you can ask all you want, but you ain't going to get what you want. I mean, if you want me to come to church just to please you, I don't go to church to please you. I go to church to please God, because that's what it's all about. I mean, I just don't go to church for people. I go to church for God. And I won't go to church, and I won't start going back to church until God lets me know when it's time for me to go back and when it's safe to go back. I don't go because people keep asking me and keep asking me. I go because God, until God lets me know Himself, until God comes up to me Himself and tells me it's safe to go back. When somebody's harassing me until I go, I ain't going to go because of them. I won't go. I may go over there and sit with them for a couple of minutes, and I might go right back out the door. And if they ask why, hey, I'm going to let them deal with that. I'm going to let them deal with the whys and the questions, because it's not my problem. I didn't make the church look bad, they did. It ain't my problem, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Life goes on. I can always find another church to go to, and, you know, as long as I keep the faith, that's all I worry about. And if I don't trust nobody, I don't trust nobody. I mean, trust is not given. Trust is earned. Respect is not given. Respect is earned. And if you expect me to give you respect, and if you expect me to give you trust, you're stupid. If you don't earn it, you ain't getting it. It's like if somebody goes out and tries to get a job. If they don't work for the money, they ain't getting paid. They're going to the house and get fired. Why should I pay somebody that don't work? You know what I'm saying? I ain't a boss, but you know, I'm just saying that if I was a boss and somebody comes in and wanted to sit around and be lazy and don't do nothing, how am I supposed to pay them? Huh? How is a boss supposed to pay somebody if they don't get up and do their job? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there expecting to go to work and sit around and not do anything, and they expect to get a paycheck, but they're not doing nothing to get paid. They just sitting there. I mean, you cannot be a construction worker and sit on your ass all day and then expecting to get paid if you ain't doing nothing. You cannot be a doctor sitting on your ass all day and then expect to get a big paycheck if you're not going out visiting your patients. I mean, people, I wasn't born yesterday. I know how this world works. I've been in this world for 32 years, and ever since I've been in it, I've been seeing some crooked things going on by some crooked people. And I just have to get on YouTube and tell the whole world about the crooks and how the crooks been misbehaving or misbehaving. You know, I come up with my own words, ain't that something? But you know, I speak the truth. If you don't like it, I don't care. I can care less about what you think about me. I can care less what you got to say about me. If you want to talk about me behind my back, you're the one who's going to be suffering in hell for it, in the lake of fire. You know, you want to judge me, if God was standing in front of you, you probably would judge Him too. If you want to laugh at me, you probably would laugh at God. If I was laying in the middle of the street having a damn heart attack, and if you sit there and laugh at me and not even try to get help, and you just sitting there making fun of me when I'm having a heart attack, yeah, you probably would do God the same way if He was. And don't sit there and lie to yourself and tell yourself a lie and say, oh no, I wouldn't. Yeah, you would. You know you would. the best thing to see, the best way to see it is, or the best thing to do, or the best way to handle that situation is ask God, what would Jesus do? Or ask yourself, what would Jesus do? I mean, would he do what you do? Or would he do it differently? People think that we're in this world to please ourselves. We're here to please God. We're here to serve God. We're here to preach the gospel, truth about the Holy Bible and what the Holy Bible says. We're not here to break these laws and commit these crimes and to hurt these people and to commit murder or to commit rape on anybody or commit adultery. We're not here for all that. We're here to spread the gospel truth about what the Holy Bible says and what it's all about and what God is all about and what Jesus Christ is all about. That's what we're here for. We're not here to break these laws and make ourselves look good. You don't see a hearse pulling a U-Haul trailer. You don't see a hearse with a luggage rack. You don't see it. Yeah, my friend may tell me, yeah, he's going to buy a hearse and he's going to put a luggage rack on it and he's going to pull a trailer hitch on it and he's going to pull a U-Haul trailer in the back of it. I mean, it's not possible. Yeah, you may try to pretend that it is. Yeah. Go ahead and fake it. God is looking down on you when you're doing it with a big anger look on his face. And he will strike and he will seek revenge while you going out attacking his people. I'm sorry, but don't take it up with me. Take it up with the man up above. We all got a life to live. Is how you live it. Is how you live it. If you live it the wrong way, you're going to get punished for what you do. If you break, it doesn't matter what kind of law you break. You can be forgiven. I read in my Bible, even if you backslid, or if you curse, or if you blaspheming the Holy Spirit, God can still forgive you. Because I looked it up in my Bible, in the back of my Bible. And the Bible said you will be forgiven for that. As long as you mean what you say and you're sorry, you can be forgiven for blaspheming. But you just got to mean it. Folks, I'm just going to let you know that I don't mean any harm, but you stupid freaks around here in Harlan, you'll end up bypassing what I'm saying and you'll end up ignoring me, and you wouldn't hear the good part. You only hear what you want to hear. And I'm talking to these people that's out in these big cities that's elsewhere in this world. I'm not talking to the people here in Harlan County, because it's already too late to talk to people here in Harlan County, because they're already affected by the disease. And that's the stupid disease that they got. Everybody else out there, there's hope in them. But there's no hope in the people in Harlan County, because they're defected. There's no hope for people in Harlan County, because look how they're acting. But there's going to come a time that God will have something to say about it. He'll come back with his revenge, and he's going to have his say in it. And that's why you need to wake up, people, because God is coming back. And it doesn't matter at any time where you're at or what you're doing. When he says it's time to go, you will go. And I just want to tell you, you better be ready.